Gold star, Yusuf. Started. Let's do it. Oh, hold on. I want to answer this. Here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to Stories of Hope, number 23. This is amazing. I'm going to read this because this is very interesting. And you did, and you got a safety pin holding your boot up. And you got a safety pin holding your boot up. I like that. This is a great image. Image from Pretty Woman. Isn't that awesome? You should check the live. I just put you on live too. Show that Pretty Woman image. It was so nice. All right. Everyone, we have a great show for you today. I don't even know where to begin. This is such a unique show today that we are starting. My guest is amazing. Before we even dive into that, I'm going to share a couple things. My name is Daniel Weber. Hi, thank you so much for joining. If you know me, great. If you don't know me, too bad. You're on my show. This is Stories of Hope, number 23. Thank you, Yusuf Sippy, for being the first one all the time. I wish there was a award point system because I feel like you would get all the award points, Yusuf. You're amazing. And I hope you're feeling good, Yusuf. Please, everyone, tell me where you're from. I love to know. It's always great to know where you are from. I know I'm going to speak really fast during the show, even when I have my guest on, because we like to keep the show condensed. And you can catch it on YouTube and Facebook and IGTV afterwards. Today was a great day. Better day. Every day should be a great day. But today was a better day. 1.65 lakh cases. That is on 2 million tests. That is below 9% or about 9% positivity rate. That is pretty good for India. So yes, and as I mentioned yesterday, there are more vaccines coming out. The central government has announced that they are giving about 12 crore more to the states in June alone. Plus you will have Sputnik from Russia that is already being distributed in Hyderabad, some in Bangalore, that will be spread out as well. And other news around the world, you have, hi Calcutta, how are you? Other news, you have the US and European Union who are giving Pfizer and Moderna to 12 to 15-year-olds. They were already doing above 15. First it was 18 like India, then 16, then 15, now 12 to 15. Soon everyone will be vaccinated. The health minister of India has stated, that everyone will be vaccinated of the adult population by December. That would be amazing. That is 216 crore doses. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. We have a great guest for you today, and let's get him on. Now, I'm going to give you, oh, there he is. Slight background. He is my REEL, real father-in-law. Let's bring him in. Hello. Whoa, look where you are.
How are you?
Wow, this is like a painting. You're like in the most perfect place.
I know I'm in the most beautiful place in the world that I can be right now. It's my healing center now, which I've started, and I'm here. I'm surrounded by forests everywhere. There's a river right here, so I'm really happy to be here and happy to be with you. Nice to see you again, Daniel.
Thank you. So nice to see you. Very, very rough life you have there, I see.
I know.
I was just in Kerala for 35 days. I was in the mountains as well. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me, where exactly are you? What is the location?
I'm about 2 hours from Mumbai, and the thing is, I've been traveling. I think for the last 10 years, every month to a new country to teach Kundalini yoga, and sometimes I was doing up to 8 countries a month.
Wow.
And then because of COVID, whatever happened, and then I realized that now I need to settle down. Thanks to COVID, I realized it's time to now have my own space where people will come because I have so many students in like so many countries and they all want to be with me. So this
But
is the place I found about a few months ago, and I'm here now.
But do you think that that's accurate to say that? I mean, that's like being forced to settle down because of COVID. Don't you think that as soon as we are done with this, which we will be done with this eventually, obviously, everything that goes up comes down. Don't you think that you will begin to travel again? I'm sure you will.
I'm sure I will, but my traveling, whenever I did travel, it was maximum 15 days, 10 to 15 days, because. But the thing is, I'll keep my travel less now compared to what it was before, and I will be here. This is my healing center. I want to be here. I want to develop this place more. There's more land I'm looking at. So we will be expanding this. We'll be making this very big.
Wow, very
At any
nice.
given point of time, I want to be able to accommodate 500 people here.
Oh my God, wow. Okay, tell people what it is that you are doing during the pandemic. Or no, before we start that, I want to know March 2020, where were you and what happened to you versus, between work and personal when the pandemic hit? Let's start at the beginning.
So let me tell you where I was in Jan 2020. That'll be more interesting. Because every year for the last 4 years, except this year, of course, we leave on the 27th we go to China, and there's a very big yoga festival in Guangzhou, and I'm the headliner there. So in every festival, they have three teachers or two teachers who are called the headliners. So in this
Yeah.
China event, I was the headliner. So like every year, I had to be there, and there would be like literally hundreds of students who would come specially to see me there. And so exactly when the pandemic broke out, it really broke out in November
Yeah, correct.
2019. I was in China, and when
Wow.
we came back, we were coming back. Our flight was via Hong Kong, and my wife was saying, "Oh, look at these people! They're testing them for something. Especially the kids. They were putting, like." And I said, "I don't know. Must be some new protocol." And later on, you realize, okay, in January, China knew about COVID-19.
Well, that's very interesting. I was in China in October and everything was fine. And then I went to Thailand in January and they were already all masked.
Yes, exactly,
And
exactly.
I said,
Anyway,
oh,
so
something weird is going on.
yeah. So now, let me to tell you what I started doing after the COVID pandemic hit. Let me tell you exactly what I do. I
Yeah.
don't teach yoga as you know it. You know yoga as asanas. You
Right.
know yoga as Surya Namaskar. You know
Yes.
yoga as a flexibility contest. What I do is healing. I do something called Kundalini Yoga, which basically deals with the aura. It deals with your spiritual strength. It makes you spiritually strong. It gives you a feeling of bliss, which is constant. It doesn't waver with the amount of money you have, with the amount of success you have. It's a constant feeling of being, at, I would say, connected to the light. You get connected. So this is basically it's a healing modality. And I was doing it as I told you, I was traveling every month before the pandemic, and that's to Russia, to Europe, to the US. Every month I was traveling. When COVID hit, I had a schedule which was obviously for a year and a half. I knew which month I was, when I was supposed to be in
Yeah.
Russia, when I
Of
was
course.
supposed to be. I had it all sorted out. And then the people who were expecting me, when I was not going to go, they started freaking out. They said, "Listen, they were waiting for you, so why don't you at least do something online?" So that's the first time I thought about teaching online. And
Mm.
I was not even sure about it. I said, because what I
Yeah.
do is it's so personal. Even if I'm teaching 800,000
You
people,
wanted to know if it would have the same effect. Yeah.
I know, even if it's 1,000 people, I feel I plug in. I feel I can get
Correct.
into the vibe. I can
Correct.
feel your energy, and I can
Yeah.
do what I need to do. Online, I can't see anything except the phone. I mean, what do I do online?
Yeah. I
I
get it.
was
I totally
I
get
was
that.
a bit skeptical, and I said I was not sure. But then there was this one festival in the Czech Republic where they really convinced me to do it. It's called the Healing Festival. Again, that's one of the festivals I teach every single year, and they convinced me to do it, and I did it. I felt so good, and the response I got from there, I said, this is nice, and then I got some requests from on Instagram and Facebook, specifically on what to do from the spiritual point of view, from the Ayurveda point of view, to deal with COVID. That got me going, and I started this new handle called Transform with Bijay, and we started teaching online, and it's been now 11 months, and I'm really glad that I found this medium to reach out to people.
How often do you do this? Do you do this
Sorry?
daily? Every other day? How often?
No. It's only 7 days a week. It's a program which is designed to, it's 7 days. Sorry, 7 days a month. In a month, it's only 7 days, and it's basically a course. It's called Transform. The course is called Transform because it's a process of transformation from the inside out. As I said, I don't teach yoga for flexibility or asanas or all those things. It's kriyas, it's mudras, it's mantras, and it's also talking and making you realize the philosophy that I have lived, which I follow, which has helped me, which has made me what I am today, which has made me successful, which has made me happy, which has made me, whatever I am today. That's what I share. So so because of COVID, I discovered the online platform, and that's what I've been doing.
And so how do people join this, or anybody can join? How does this work?
Well, initially I kept it for anybody to join free, and then what I realized was that a lot of people were just jaywalking. They were just coming and they say, and as you can see these, so I'm a big fan, and I saw this show of yours. There was no seriousness to the session. So then we kept a very nominal fee. So let's say, if I'm teaching in Abu Dhabi, if I would charge like, I'm just giving a weird number, like $100 a class, I would charge $5. Less like a token amount, so that at least once you pay, you have some respect for what you're doing. You're not going to just walk in. It's not window shopping. You're not just clicking on a button to see what's going on.
I agree with that.
We charge a bit. We charge a nominal amount, so it is payable that way. But whoever has joined it, the kind of emails I get, the kind of feedback I get,
that was my next
humbling.
question. I want to know what some people are telling you. How does it help them through COVID, or have people have COVID and then have come to you for some sort of post-therapy? I want to know about the feedback, because that's important, why people would want to join.
So first of all, for all my students who are regulars with me, the basic things, there's one comment from one of my students. Shari just wrote something. Yeah, so,
I know. I'm reading all your comments.
I know. So the thing is,
people really love you.
So the thing is that the principal aim of what I teach is, the basis is, apart from Kundalini Yoga and my philosophy, the third foundation is Ayurveda.
Yes.
And Ayurveda doesn't go to cure COVID. The principle of Ayurveda, the fundamental of Ayurveda, is not to run after curing COVID. It's to create a system, an ecosystem inside your body that you don't get COVID in the first place.
Oh, I like that.
So, in Ayurveda, we don't say, we got cancer, so let's go to cure it. How do you live a life where you're glowing, where you have a robust health system, where you're disciplined? You wake up at 4:30 in the morning, you wake up at 5 in the morning, you do certain things to create an ecosystem. But even if you're sitting with somebody with COVID right here, you will not get COVID. And if you do, it's because karmically you're meant to experience it.
Wow, this is a very interesting outlook on this. You are extremely positive. This is very nice. I like this.
So in my case, the way we train my students, the way we go about it is that, you live your life in such a beautiful way that the only shit that falls on your head only because you're meant to experience it. And then when it happens, when the financial loss happens, when the health problem happens, when something goes wrong in your life, you sit back and you say, what am I supposed to learn from it? So there is nothing negative about it. You're not in this self-pity. You're not in this, oh God, why is this happening to me? Oh God, why did I get cancer? Oh God, no. Everything happens for a reason.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree. Everything is a learning experience for me. That's it.
Everything is a learning curve.
That annoys a lot of people. They'll be like, you just lost so much money. I go, you know what? But I made that money and now I lost it. It's okay. I will figure a way to come back. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I believe that the brain has so many avenues, and it is this wild maze, and it's sort of never ending. And there's always different routes and different doors. And, I'm never one of those people that is, oh man, this didn't work out. What will I do? That's sort of not my personality at all. So something doesn't work out, it doesn't bother me at all. There's a
But
million ways to go about it.
Daniel, when we met in Cape Town the first time,
Yes.
I fell in love with you immediately because you are a
Oh,
positive person. You have that abundance in you. You
thank you.
accept reality how it is. You have this innate wisdom inside of you, which is why I think my daughter Sunny loves you so much. So,
Oh,
I mean,
thank
you
you.
had my respect from day one. You
Please
had my
tell
respect
people
from
how
day
we know
one.
each other. Please tell people they don't know how we know each other.
We know each other because I did this. I've been acting for almost now 30 years. And I have to tell you that I've done so many projects on TV, on movies, on web series, and the one project I'm really proud of, which I really feel as an actor and in terms of from every point of view, including how much of fun I had in Cape Town, right?
Yeah.
One of the projects
What a great
that
place.
I I'm really proud of having done is Karanjit Kaur. It's a life story of Sunny Leone, which I think
What an
everybody
amazing
should see.
project, right? It really was an amazing project.
You know, I almost didn't do it. You know that?
No, I didn't know that, but I'll tell you afterwards.
They first told me that the shooting is going to be in Toronto.
Oh
I said,
yeah, that's
I don't like Toronto. So I said, I've been there. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the city, but it's not my kind of city. Okay. I said, when is the shoot? They said, now. I said, but now it's minus 20 degrees.
yeah.
I said, it's now. I said, okay, I'm not doing it. He said, what? You're not doing the show because you don't like the weather there? I said, yeah, I work for fun. I'm not a professional actor that I have to do something. I don't have to do something which I don't
Yeah.
want to do. So then they called me up after a few months, and you must be aware of this, that they changed the location. And then they called me up and they said,
Well, because she's born
um,
in Sarnia outside of, Toronto, so that by 3 hours, so then it made sense to shoot there. So they were trying to do this.
I know, and it's fine. I just said, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a part of it. And then they called me up and they said, sir, we changed the location and we're not shooting in Toronto anymore. Would you still be interested? I said, I love the project. I would always be interested. Where are you shooting now? They said, Cape Town. I said, done.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
of course.
I'm really glad I did it.
So I will tell you that when there was a moment that when the house that was used as the childhood house and your guys' house for the show, when I walked in and you were all sitting on the couch, you and her mother and brother and everybody, there was a serious moment for me that I went outside and I cried because it was as real as if it was yesterday that I walked in the room and saw that same, picture. It was unbelievable. It was so real. And that's why I think it was so hard for her. It was so real.
I
And
know.
it was insane for her. Like, I don't know how much you know of, but you know how hard it was, but it was.
I know. I saw Sunny crying almost like every second day she was crying on the set. It's very hard for her.
Hardest things. And you know what? She put it like this, she said, most people live their life with massive emotions, ups and downs, but nobody relives their life. She always would say, no idiot relives their life.
I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah, it was quite amazing.
I have to tell you, all the scenes that I did in which I cried, I never took that glycerine or anything. I howled. I really cried. I was so connected to the show. I was so connected to her story.
It was
remarkable. And you won't believe it. You won't believe it. When I was dubbing, when I went to dub, while dubbing, I started crying all over again.
I believe it.
And Karan, this one walked in, the one who's playing our son, he walks in to say hi to me and he saw me howling. He said, oh, sir, what happened to you? I said, nothing, I'm dubbing for the scene that I did. So it was like, and again, when it was released, when I was watching it on TV, again, I was crying. It was so beautifully done. The direction, really I love Aditya Dutt, and Sunny did a great job. I was so connected with the emotion of the whole thing. It was fantastic.
Such a great job. Karan did a great job. Everyone really, there's casting and then there's casting. And this was really remarkable. Everybody lived it. It was great. And that was our biggest fear, of course, because we're so connected. So, okay, there are people that want to know, by the way, where to join. Tell them.
So there is a link on my website. You can get Pranali's number everywhere. It's on my website. It's on anahata.in is the website. ANAHATA.in. And then you can call Pranali. Her number is really easy, 98205 and then
You're going to send
33332.
me, and I'm going to post
Sorry?
it. You will send me
Sure.
everything, and I'll post it so everybody
Yeah.
knows.
So then, they can just join up, and it's really, the thing is, the beautiful thing about what I've done
Yeah.
is that all of the seven, so now 77 because 11 months into seven, right? All the
Yeah.
77 classes are on the IGTV. So people
Oh,
who are taking the annual membership, they can do every one of them, and each one is different, totally different. Yeah,
now
that's Shari
tell
is
me
one of
something.
my
After,
oldest students, one of my favorite ones also, and
yeah,
so it's basically you can, when you join, you can start and do the thing optimum health. We have mudras, we have one whole 7 sessions on mudras, we have the 7 chakras, so each day we did 7 chakras.
yeah,
We have done so many topics which will help you in your day-to-day life, which will help you understand life better. I get emails every day, I get these messages every day how it's helped people. And also,
oh, I'm sure.
There's a YouTube channel I have called Bijay Anand, where I put out these videos on philosophy, on spirituality, on health. So I'm really happy because, thanks to COVID, I could find a medium which I was not aware about before. I never gave it any attention before. But now I'm able to reach
That
out to
was
more
my next
people.
question. What happens after COVID? Nothing changes for you?
For me, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, after COVID, if governments make it mandatory to
Yeah.
get a vaccine, to get a vaccination passport, I'm not going to travel again because I'm not getting
Yeah.
vaccinated.
Okay.
So that's one thing for me after COVID. After COVID goes away, if the COVID vaccination becomes compulsory to travel, I
Yeah.
will not do it. I will not take the
Do
vaccination.
you not want to take it because you believe, obviously, that your body can fight off what it needs to, or you're just anti the government telling you what to do? Which one?
No, so I'll tell you. For the past 7 to 8 years, I have not taken a single medication for anything. Whether I've had a headache, whether I've had any issue, I've not taken any medication. I believe your
Yeah.
body is designed to heal itself from the
Of course.
physiological point of view as well as from the spiritual point of view. From both ways you can use. You can use the spiritual way to heal yourself. You can use the physiological way to heal yourself. So I believe that there's no need to take any kind of allopathy. Whoever is
Mm.
watching this, I mean, when you go running to a doctor for everything and you keep popping these
Yeah.
antibiotics, why do people die of COVID? Preeti is asking. It's a very good question. I have to answer that. People are dying of COVID because of an immunity issue. It's your
Okay.
immune system which is broken down. The viruses are everywhere. The viruses are everywhere. The viruses are like in everything that you do, even in the gardening. I love gardening. The whole day I'm gardening. So the
Yeah.
black fungus, in every
Yeah. It's
plant there
everywhere.
is a fungus. In the soil there is a fungus. So when you're doing this kind of gardening, I could get the black fungus. But if your immunity is good, you don't get it. You build the immunity. And if you have something like diabetes on the side, if you have hypertension on the side, if you have
Correct.
stress, there are two kinds of problems, Daniel. And you know this. One is whether your body is acidic or alkaline. An
Yes.
acidic body is like a welcome, it's like a gate and welcoming all kinds of diseases, all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues. Okay.
Mm.
And an alkaline body is a protection, it's like an armor to shield you from any kind of health issue. The second thing is whether you have inflammation or not. When you have inflammation in your body, and
Yeah.
inflammation can happen from a variety of reasons. Inflammation is related to what you eat, what time you sleep. You want to see a web series till 3 o'clock in the morning, God bless you. I
Yes.
sleep at 10. I wake up at 4:30, I wake up at 5, I sleep at 10.
It's a
You
nice
don't have time
schedule.
to work out, you don't have time to go for a walk, you don't have time to swim, you don't have time to do yoga, God bless you.
Yeah.
So, it's inflammation and non-inflammation. So if you keep your body devoid of inflammation, you're going to be fine. And if you get COVID, it means you were meant to get COVID and go through the experience and go through it.
Okay. So people want to know how to build your immunity.
Oh, we need another half an hour.
I know.
I made a lot of
I've actually
videos on that.
I've
Daniel.
had people
It's
on that have explained it before. Yeah. It's
how you build
yeah.
your immunity. It's again, as I'm saying, one of the pillars of immunity, one of the biggest support structures of immunity is the discipline as to what time you sleep, what time you wake up. Because when you rest your body, when your body has rested, that is when it's healing itself. That is when the immunity is being built up. The second thing that you do for immunity is eat well. You know, in Ayurveda, we say aharam aushadam. Your food is your biggest medicine. There is no medicine bigger than your food.
I agree.
So when you're eating right, and then, you know, and you, Daniel, you were the first person who introduced me to the concept of, I've heard about it from the first time from you, of intermittent fasting.
Oh,
You know,
I don't even intermittent fast, but I am very strict about what goes into my body.
yeah. So I mean, I know, I see how disciplined you are about what you eat, how you eat. Now you have that kind of system. Your immunity is not going anywhere. You know, I wake up in the morning. The first thing I have is lime squeezed in warm water with some honey. I put moringa powder in it. There's a herb called ashwagandha. I put
Okay.
ashwagandha in that. I put haldi in that. You know, turmeric in that. And that's the way I
Yep.
begin my day. Then after some time, when I've gone for a walk, I go for a 1 hour walk. I come back. Then I'm having a fruit. Then maybe not, I will have some little bit of breakfast. You see, it's what you're eating, how much you're eating, how
Yes.
often you're eating. Are you given? Yeah, it's really simple. People complicate. See, I'll tell you what. One most important thing I'll tell you, to sum up everything I've said. The life that you see outside of you, the life that you're experiencing, is nothing else but a reflection of the life and the ecosystem that is inside of you.
Very
Inside of
interesting.
you, if you're a good soul, you're a good human being, you have a good heart, you're a pure soul, right? If inside is pure, if inside is beautiful, outside is beautiful. You
I
live
agree.
your heaven and your hell here right now. This is your heaven, this is your hell. Your
Yeah.
karmas are good, you will experience your heaven. Your karmas are bad, you will experience your hell. It's all here. So the ecosystem that you're experiencing outside, the good things that you're seeing is because of your good karma. What is there inside? It's a reflection of you.
You fall in the 1% of people that is so mentally and physically fit.
Sorry? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're in the 1%. You do know that, right?
I've always said 1%. I don't know. You can ask any of my students. I've always said 1% of the global population is healthy. In
Yes.
fact, when I go to like places like Manchester and all, and I apologize with my class when I tell them that I said when I come to Manchester, I feel I see zombies walking. It's zombie land. You know, there's so much alcohol, there's so much Botox, there's so much drugs, there's so much. It's like people are just walking like dead bodies over there, and then everybody's unhealthy. Everybody's unhealthy.
Yes. Well, listen, I am glad that you are staying so mentally fit and physically fit, of course. You are an inspiration, truly, to not only me, but other people. We can only wish. I don't even know. What is your age, by the way?
My age is 51.
At 51, I can only hope to be in mental and physical shape that you are, because that is remarkable. Although I'm not far off from you, just to let you know. We're not that far off in age.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm only 9 years younger than you.
Wow.
So
I've seen how fit you are, Daniel. You're amazing. I'm really so much.
I think that I think I'll be pretty fit by the time I'm 51.
You'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be good.
So,
Anyway.
listen, you share with me the information. I will post it where people can link up with you, where people can DM you, ask you questions. People want to join, of course. Obviously, people find you an inspiration. They want to ask you questions. And there is some people that really want to know why you're against vaccines. That's a whole nother conversation. We won't.
I'll answer that. I'll answer that very quickly. It's really,
Yeah.
for people who are really getting agitated about why I'm against the vaccine. First of all, I have data about how many people who have got both the vaccinations have died with COVID. Okay, there are people who have taken both the shots and are still dying. Okay, so it's not that you're taking these vaccinations and it's going to give you any kind of guarantee. Okay, the second thing is, as I said, I believe in purity of the natural. The sun heals you. I can see the sun here. Nature heals you. Okay, there is a lot in nature to heal you. You don't need a chemical to go inside your body. A chemical created in a laboratory by a human being who couldn't know better. Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old science on the minimum. Ayurveda could also be 15,000 years old. Now, you know, in medical science, the people who are asking me about vaccine made by modern doctors, one day the doctor will tell you, eggs are good for you. Have eggs. Second day, they will tell you, after a few years, they will say, oh, egg is very high in cholesterol. Don't have eggs. Then they will tell you the yolk is good for you, have the yolk. Then they will tell
Correct.
you the yolk is the maximum cholesterol. So every 3 years they change.
Yeah, correct.
Ayurveda, whatever is there, whatever the system is there in Ayurveda is there. It's perfect. It works. My arthritis got cured because of that. My high cholesterol got cured because of that. My eczema got cured of that. I had all the problems. Daniel, I was not always like this. I used to smoke 3
Yeah,
packets of cigarettes a day. I used to gamble till 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 days a week. I used to drink almost every day. I destroyed my body. I destroyed it.
yeah,
And then I realized, there are 2 ways of learning, Daniel. One is the Kensho moment or the Keisho moment, right? You know about that. So the Kensho is when something slaps you across the face and you learn because you got
correct,
slapped so hard. And the
correct. You
Keisho
hit
is
the
when you're
ground.
just
Yeah,
sitting and you just realize, oh shit, I was doing something wrong. Let me correct. So I got Kensho, I got
so
slapped, I got arthritis, I got all these diseases. And then
yeah,
I
see,
said, what am
I
I
didn't
doing to
get
my life?
slapped. I didn't get
Yeah?
slapped. I was staring one day at an infomercial, and I was probably 34, and I had never been in the gym, didn't care what I put in my body, same thing, drank, smoked, maybe 33 years old, and I was watching an infomercial, and I was staring at the TV for an hour, and Sonny came out of the shower or something and said, "You're still watching the same infomercial? You know it's on repeat, right?" And I said, "This is amazing." I go, "Will you look at these transformations of these people, before and after people?" And just like that, I changed my entire life. It was
Amazing,
like,
amazing.
and I spent, the 15 years before that or 20 years before that destroying my body. So
I know.
yeah, there's just different ways that it happens to people.
I know. I had to go through a lot of shit. And in fact, a lot of the problems I created for myself, like arthritis, I have to be so careful about everything. No
Yeah,
late nights for me. I have to be really strict about my diet. But at least I cured it. And again, the people are asking me about the vaccine. Why are you against the vaccine? These same modern allopathy doctors told me that arthritis is not curable. India's number one orthopedic surgeon said, your arthritis is not curable. You cannot play
yeah,
badminton for the rest of your life. You cannot run for the rest of your life. You cannot do yoga for the rest of your life. This is the Indian number one orthopedic surgeon. I just started laughing. I was 36 years old. This is 14 years ago. I said, I'll do all and I'll show you. I play tennis for 2 hours at a stretch. I walk, I'm going for a walk for 2 hours, coming back, working the whole day.
yep.
I mean, arthritis is
I believe
cured.
it. I believe it.
So, I mean, that's why I have no faith in modern medicine. And modern medicine is really good as an intervention. You meet with an accident on the road, you have a car crash. You can't wait for the sun to heal you. You can't wait for an Ayurveda herb to be put on your hand, which is cut. Then you go to the doctor. You need the doctor. Doctors are good. Doctors are great. But you should know, you should be judicious about when to use them, for what to use them for. You need to know.
This is very interesting. You have a very interesting take on all of this, a very inspiring take on everything. Of course, there's always going to be people on the left and the right that agree and don't agree, but that's okay. That's life. We all have an opinion. That's perfectly fine. Some people are very for vaccines. Some people are very against. I've had all types of people on the segments as well, and everyone sort of falls in the middle. Some people are just afraid. Some people want to take it. Some don't want nothing to do with it. It's very interesting. So with that, I want to thank you so much for coming on, and please share with me all the info because I will, of course, share it with everybody else so they can join your classes or your courses, and hopefully, I don't know how long you're going to stay up there for. You're going to stay
I'm
out
here
there
forever.
for.
I'm hardly. I went to Mumbai after like a gap of 40 days for one day, and I came running back here. This is my. I mean, I'm. You know what? Now that we're winding up, I'll just show you where I am. This is where
But
I
you're
am.
not. But you're not retired.
No, I'm far from retired. I'm
Exactly.
as
So what are you
active
going to
as.
do when you're working? What about working on shows?
No, so I'm going to do shows. I'm going to be really more. I'm like even earlier. I never said yes to everything that came my way. I was very, like focused, about what kind of work I wanted to do. Even now, I
Yeah.
say no to a lot of shows. I said no to something yesterday, in fact. But the
Oh,
thing is that I'm going to be really more picky, and I will do good shows. I will do good work as far as acting is concerned. I just did a film with Om Raut. I'm doing another film, so I mean, all that is fine. But I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to come back here.
very,
Just see this. You're just surrounded by forests everywhere. And as I said, there's a river here, there's a dam here. I wake up to the sound of birds, to nature. And this is my healing center. I mean, this is
It is very
this is where I
beautiful.
want to be. You should
I'm
come here.
still, I'm still not mentally there. I was just in the mountains for 35 days in Kerala, 4 hours from Kochi, and after 35 days, I sort of needed to get back to the city. You know, I'm a New Yorker, then I live in LA, then Mumbai. I've only been a city kind of guy. I sort
I
of
know.
love the chaos and the crazy. I love that. Being in the mountains was nice, but after a month, I was done. So I don't know if age-wise I'm there yet.
No, no, it's just being connected to nature. I mean, I see a snake at least once in 3 days, and I'm talking about 6 foot ones. Okay, this is nature. It's just nature here. The birds. My garden that I made is full of flowers, so there's full of butterflies throughout the day. I just love it here. I can't tell you how much I love it here.
I can tell you love it. Enjoy it.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Thank you for
thank you.
joining.
Please say a
Thank
big
you for
hello to
being
my
part of
daughter.
our-
Say hi to Sunny. Tell her I love
I
her
will
and
do.
I love you, Daniel.
I love
Okay,
you too. Thank you so much. Be
that's now.
safe.
Okay, bye bye.
See you. Take care. Bye bye. Wow, thank you so much. Bijay is an amazing individual, super inspiring, of course. Really sort of has it all together mentally, physically, especially at the age of 51. Very remarkable. You got to give him a hand for that for sure. So, any questions you guys can feel free to ask. And remember, when it comes to, let's say, vaccinations, everyone has a different take on it. His take is different than some. My take is different on some. So, listen, nothing we're doing here is science or is by the book. We are having conversations with people. So, please formulate your own opinion, speak to whoever you think to get your own advice. And that's about it. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions before we go? Vaccine is a chip. Well, I've heard that before too, but you know, I'm sure lots of other things are chips as well. Anything else? Anything else before we go? And you can catch this on YouTube, on Facebook, IGTV. Where am I now? I'm back in Mumbai. I just came back to Mumbai. And that is about it. Thank you so much. I love you all. Be safe. And if they're telling you wear a mask, probably wear a mask. We are getting through this. The cases are coming down. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye bye.